Hi, everyone. Hi, thanks for joining our weekly Fashion Bites chat. We have makeup artist Emma McRae with us today. I'm Hillary, founder of the Fashion Bites platform. We're here to support and nurture creative entrepreneurs, filling in the gap between education and what happens in real life. This is our way to connect, collaborate, and share. I see that Emma's on. Let's get her in. On. So we usually have educational panel discussion focused on running your creative business with industry experts. Hello.
Hello, can you see me?
I can see you and I can hear you, which is fantastic.
You see me the right way? I can't see myself.
Yes, yes, I can see you.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
absolutely fine.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today.
No
Um,
worries. Thank you for having me.
Please give us an intro to yourself before we get started.
Okay, so I'm Emma McRae. I'm a makeup artist. I've worked in the beauty industry for over 20 years now, from everything from working in salons to TV sets to weddings. And then now I'm an owner and founder of EMel, which is a makeup brush cleaning soap.
Okay,
Mhm.
wonderful. So let's dive right in. So you've worked for well-known brands like Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier,
Yeah.
and many others. How
Yeah.
did you start in the industry?
For me, really, it was just going out there. I started with a course, a makeup course, and then from there I went to like a little agency and I was working weekends on makeup counters, and I was able to grow and meet people through that. But definitely my start was going to college and learning about the basics of makeup.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And how did you transition from working for major brands to becoming a freelancer?
Well, that was basically a leap of faith. I was working on the makeup counters. I was not happy at all. You know, like you said, I've worked for some really amazing brands and I'd learned so much, be it working on counter and meeting different people every single day. But my heart knew I wanted more. And working on a counter and working in TV or on photo shoots, it's really hard to make them both work and fit. So when the opportunity came, I was given an opportunity to work on a TV show, and and it conflicted with my position. I just had to say, you know what? This opportunity doesn't come around again. And I just had to take a leap of faith and I just went with it. So,
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
I
Amazing.
wouldn't
So
advise other people. I
okay,
wouldn't
yes,
advise
please.
others.
Okay.
I would say preparation is key.
Mhm.
I did take a leap of faith, and it's not something I'd advise other people to do in that way. But it was what was meant for me, basically.
Right, right. Great. Um, so do you have or had mentors throughout your career?
Yes, I have had mentors. I have a mentor, an amazing mentor. She's based in America. Her name's Crystal Wright, and everything is done virtually like this or online. You know, she's been wonderful. And I've met many people in the industry who they may not even known it, but they have been my mentor as well. They've advised me. They've left little words of wisdom, and that has really strengthened me. And yeah, brought me to where I am. And even friends
Okay.
and family. Mm.
Oh, perfect. Because that I was going to ask about a support network. How do you have a support network and how important is that for your success?
I am nothing without my support network. My friends are really there for me. They guide me. I'm lucky as well that I have friends in like quite complementary industries. So sometimes when I need to ask a business advice or anything like that, I can always call them and they're there, you know. So we no man is an island, as they say. And having someone there, anybody, like even my sister there to say, come on, this is great. No, this is terrible. It makes a huge difference.
Yes. Yes. A second pair of eyes, second or third or fourth pair of eyes. Definitely.
Yes, exactly. But sometimes I don't venture too far out because then I get too many comments and, and then I'm completely confused. So I've a small but trusted army.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. As a makeup artist, do you find yourself always learning? Are there new techniques or trends or different things you have to keep on top of all the time?
As a makeup artist, I am learning. Every person I touch, every person I meet, I'm learning from them. So if you think you can do 2 years or 6-week course in makeup and you're a makeup artist, forget it. It's just about growth. Well, yeah, definitely, it's about growth. Yeah, and things change. The way I learnt makeup in the early 2000s is completely different to what people are wearing now. The technology has changed, lighting, cameras, things like that. So you have to continually develop yourself in order to be relevant.
Okay.
Mm.
Perfect. Perfect. And I know you also taught master classes. Were they for professional industry professionals, or were they for the everyday person like myself?
Well, I've done different both. I've taught industry professionals, which is amazing, and it's always good to see because I always say I'm learning, and I learn from my peers. So it's really nice to work with them and show them my skills and my thoughts or ideas on makeup and learning from them and really feeding off one another. But I also love teaching makeup masterclasses for the real woman, whatever her age, whatever her shape, whatever her like or ism or schism. I just love the real woman workshop, and that's what really fuels me. And it's nice to be able to see what's in their makeup bag as well. When I've seen women and they've got that same lipstick for 20 years, I'm like, get rid of it. Let's do something. It's okay. No judgment, but I'm sure there's something else we can bring in.
And you held the classes at the Smashbox studio. Was that a collaboration with them?
Yeah, Smashbox were really generous to offer me a place to be able to bring people together, to teach them and use their products and introduce them to it, because I had used Smashbox. Smashbox is a makeup artist brand, and the heart and the core of them is for makeup artists. So it was it was a real great opportunity. But I've also done makeup masterclasses in people's front rooms, and I tell you, with a glass of Prosecco, they have been very fun and very, very informative as well. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
We have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. And also now with COVID, you never know, we're going virtually. So this is a whole new realm for me too.
Yes, I was going to ask you if you've thought about, or maybe you've conducted a class virtually or via Zoom or anything like that.
I always say I'm best working behind the camera rather than in front of. So, it's the reality of the world, and I still want to keep in contact with people, and I still want to share and learn. So I'm really open to doing classes, but it's just the new way of thinking. It's the new world, I suppose. So thank you for having me on.
You'll do it. I have no doubt. So fast forward a few years, and you've developed your own product, EMel. So can you please tell us about it and the inspiration behind creating it?
So EMel it's my heart. It's something that I learnt. I trained as a holistic therapist, aromatherapy. I went on a whole journey, and I came back to makeup, but I didn't realize what I was learning, and what it taught me was how to create product, how to look at things as an actual creator and see the gaps, what was missing. So from working on the makeup counter, I realized people weren't using certain products. They needed things, and then going on set again, I found that people needed a product to clean, a hard-working makeup brush cleaner. So here we are. Yeah, I was able to knock it up.
Well, I doubt it was just abracadabra, but we'll get to that. So how long did it take from conception to have a sellable product?
It took me about a year and a half.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay.
yeah, I had to work on even the fragrance. People always compliment the fragrance of the product, but when I first started, it smelled very different. It smelled like cough sweets, so I had to get feedback. It wasn't necessarily as hard working as I wanted it to be. I had to test it against competitors, so it did take time. And also, I had to think: is this what I want? Is this something that I really want to go ahead with and commit to? And yeah, it did. It came back to me every time. So yeah,
Okay.
it took a
How did you manage your market research? How was that?
Well, that's the beauty of working in providing a product for the industry that I work in. So I would
Mhm.
take it everywhere with me. I would give it to all the makeup artists I knew. Please give it a go. Give me feedback. Be honest with it. And when makeup artists started demanding, Emma, I want to buy this. I know it was a great gift, but I want to buy this. And that's when I realized I had a product which I could actually sell and market. Yeah.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
What was the process like to find out what ingredients actually got the results you wanted? And I also noticed that it's vegan and cruelty free. Was that important as well as the ingredients themselves?
Yes, it's very important. It's important that it's sustainable as well, the packaging. I chose to use glass because I wanted it to be able to be recycled. The vegan, cruelty free. We live in an age where we don't really need to test on animals anymore. I say my product was tested on makeup artists. So, it's vegan. That's important as well to a lot of people. There's no need to use animal byproducts in it. So that's fine. And yeah, did I answer it?
How did you come to the final ingredients? Were there a lot of different
Oh,
combinations? Did you test a lot? Yeah.
yes, I did. I had to test, and it's like cooking. I love cooking. So
Okay.
I just had to, did this work? No. Did this work? Yes. And just record and keep on testing, really. So it did take a while. It took a little while, but I knew when I had it.
Okay. Okay. And it's also made in the UK,
Yeah.
which is great. Was that important to you? Because a lot of brands starting out often go outside the UK for cost reasons or what have you. Was that making in the UK important?
Well, I'll let you into a little secret. It's still handmade by myself. So as long as
Oh my
I'm in the
goodness.
UK, it's a UK-based product. You never know. There is a calling. My heart is in the Caribbean. It may be a Caribbean, but for now, it's still a UK-based product. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So it's you. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's really, really great.
Yeah.
Now, does EMel, does it have a number of uses before it needs replacing?
Well, the thing is with ML, as a working makeup artist, you'll get a good 3 months out of it, I would say, working, using it constantly. A consumer, a person who may only wash their brushes once or twice a month, they're going to get a lot longer out of it. And you can use it with your makeup sponges, your powder puffs, so anything like that. So yeah, it works. And it lasts a long time.
Okay, okay. No, that's good to know. So on average, 3 months.
For a working makeup artist. For an average person,
Yeah.
maybe twice a year. Maybe you'd have to buy 1 or 2 a year because you won't use it much.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And I know that you can purchase it on your website.
Yeah.
Is it stocked anywhere else, or is that to come in future?
Well, we're stocked at Guru Makeup Emporium, which is a makeup artist treasure trove in South Kensington. They have a store and they're online. Also with our wonderful, wonderful friends, the Pixum. They're a makeup brand. They're also UK made, vegan, cruelty free, and they're all about the love as well. So we're stocked on their website. And also going forward, we're going to be stocked in a couple of other places, so we're working on it.
Okay, wonderful. No, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
And also, just, just in case you want to share any little secrets, are there any other products that you can think of that in future that are coming or on your wish list to create?
Well, I have been working, I've been creating. So there's definitely
Okay.
another product, and we're aiming to get that out in September. It's a complementary product to the makeup brush cleaning soap. So it'll be something that makeup artists can use on the go. And also, as we are aware, with working now with COVID, during COVID times, we have to be even more conscious of how we're looking and caring for our products and making sure we're sanitizing them. So that's going to address those issues as well.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. And within EMel, there are antiseptic properties as well in that.
Yeah. So with the Mei Chang essential oil and the tea tree essential oils, they really help. They're naturally antibacterial. So they really work at deep cleaning your product, your brushes. And it also leaves a beautiful smell as well.
Which is extremely, extremely important.
Yeah.
But going back through your journey thus far, what people were you inspired by throughout your career? Who did you kind of look up to?
Do you know there's a makeup artist, and her name's called EMel. She inspired me. When I used to go to a trade show, she'd come from America, and she'd speak about a makeup artist is a makeup artist, but you're also a brand. She was talking about this years ago, and she was talking about how the products that you need, and also retailing, being able to service your client, give them something a little bit more. So that was really a motivational thing for me, thinking, what can I do? A bit extra, a bit outside the box. What can I bring? And that's what really helped me to hone in on building a product and not just selling for other people.
Right. Okay. Are there any tips or advice for other people coming into the industry now?
Coming into the industry, it's the best time. There's so much knowledge out there. There's so much free education as well. You can literally you just have so much at your fingertips. Practice. Make use of social media, but don't forget your customer. Don't forget your client. Don't forget the person that you put in the chair. They're always going to be number one. That's really important. And the feeling you leave them with is going to last forever. And often when you're starting out, people don't necessarily book you for your skill. You're not going to be the best. You just finished a course. You've done 6 months training, for example. You make mistakes, but they like you, they respect you, and they want to work with you. And you never know where they'll take you in future as well. You meet someone once and you leave a lasting impression. So that was important for me. And also thinking more so about growing. And like myself, I developed a makeup brush cleaner. There's other things that you can do as well to support yourself. Like, we're not working as yet. Makeup artists, we're not been allowed to go back on set. If I didn't have EMel, I don't know how I would be feeling or thinking or looking for. So I'm very, very glad that I was forward thinking in that way. It just so happened. Yeah. Or I listened to advice. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I do have a question. I mean, it's a selfish question, but it could be just for me. What's the most important beauty advice you would give to someone?
I would say, put down the wine, drink water. That's my most important beauty.
Really?
Do you know what? I would just say, really, a good moisturizer is very important. A good hard-working face wash, and match a nice foundation. Get a good foundation. And other things like that. Invest in your skincare and a nice foundation, and I think other things you can kind of mix and match.
Okay. Excellent. Now, back to your product. Thank you for that. I will try. I'll try to follow that advice. Maybe next week. But how did you manage to get like your work on your PR and marketing and getting the word out about your product?
So I have a wonderful woman who came to me and said to me, Emma, you need support. You're good at what you do, but you need support. Yeah. Hearing that was, it was very eye-opening, but it was the best thing I heard, because I'm not a marketing person. I needed support. We're a small team. There's 3 of us, but in that, let's say 4, 3.5, but through that, people were able to guide me and support me and push me and say, go and make that call, send that email. I know this person, just try this. And also, I've been in the industry for so long, so a lot of the people I knew, I was just letting everyone know, I've got a product, you know, try it. Here, I'll send it out to you. And they've been so great. They're just putting it on the Instagram, talking about it, buying it, supporting me. So I really worked with the people that I knew already, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Have you also worked in the US?
No, I've trained in the US. So I went to America and I learned a lot. And seeing how their approach to the beauty business is very, very different to how we approach it over here. And I'm really glad that I took that time out for myself to go study, learn, and just really, just absorb everything.
What are the major differences?
Like I stressed, the business. They respect and they honor artists and professionals, and they really are more open. If you set a price, they're not into the haggling. They're going to give you what you know what your rate is, basically. If not, you could move on. It's no hard feelings. They may not call you, but they most probably will, because they know you respect yourself, your art, and that's your given talent. So
no, that's amazing. That wouldn't be like the first thing I would think of. The support is there, but that's a really interesting difference. But with excuse me, with the support that's there, did you think of possibly making the move? Especially your mentor is there as well.
I have a son who needs me for now. He's a teenager, but he still needs me. I think when he stops needing me, the world is my oyster. So let's watch this space. I'm open to it, the universe.
Yeah, especially how you change from going to brands and being a freelancer. That's unheard of, because you do hear everyone, you know, struggling to make the transition from being with a bigger brand.
Yeah, that was a push, but it was a good push. But just preparation is key. That's note to self: preparation.
What are the differences, like working behind a makeup counter, and then working on set? Is there something you prefer? What are the differences there?
I love working on counter because I had such a great group of girls around me. It was fun. It was, you know, fast paced at that time. It was wonderful servicing people, giving them what they needed at that time was great. Working on, and you could be talkative, you could be bubbly, you could be loud. What I found, the transition of working on set is learning the subtleties, knowing when to talk, when not to talk, and being aware of your environment and things like that. Those are things you can only learn through experience. So I love working in TV. It's my passion. But I love it. So, but working on counter, it was great for the time. But I said to myself, I wasn't going to be 40 selling lipsticks. And I'm not quite there yet. But I'm not quite 40 yet. But, you know, I've made a good friend.
All right. Would you work on set again?
Oh, always work on set, but on counter, you know, I don't know if I could go back. But also, since COVID, the whole working in the makeup industry, in the makeup departments, it's completely changed. You know, walking through Selfridges the other day, my heart was breaking because you'd see so much energy and life, and it's not the same anymore. So let's see. But on set, I can't wait for us to get back out there and work again.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even describe. I mean, I feel for it, and for people, and I'm not in that particular area, and it's hard to think, you know, there's certain things that can actually happen, but then you can't, like, I really, really, really miss the lady that threads my eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, a facial would be really, really nice right now.
It really would. It really would. So hopefully it won't be much longer, and you know, things will go back to whatever our normal is or will be.
Yeah.
But I do thank you very much, Emma, for spending this time with us today.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
great.
you for the opportunity.
Oh, no worries at all. Thank you for tuning in. Join us again next week. Our guest will be Sarah O'Rourke. She's a milliner who makes her own fabric. Until then, thank you very much. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.